taste the bottle, and bust the bottle on the ground. That was it. It was over with for me right then and there. All right, y'all. Let me see if I can get us some more light. I'm gonna use some natural light because I turned my lamp on, but let's see how the natural light do. Let me take a little sip and taste my naughty hot toddy. Ooh, immediately. I'm gonna put it in the microwave though, because it needs to be warmed up a little bit. Because I put that milk in to bring it down so I could drink it, but I literally just took a shot. This is about to be a good conversation. Hold on, y'all. All right, y'all. Story time. So, I don't know if I told y'all, so I was talking to this guy for like 2 weeks, right? Oh yeah. Oh my God, it's so good. There we go. And then the Hershey's chocolate is melting. So y'all see I'm here with my gingerbread family. Tipsy talk with the family. So this really is my gingerbread family. This is me, Silas, a cookie in our house, right? Our home and our tree. So y'all, I've been talking to this guy. He had been liking me. I not like him initially at first, right? I've known him from the community I was working in. And I had said to myself I was not talking to nobody else in that community, right? But he had been trying to talk to me for quite some time. And he had seemed to like grown, or he had a change on him, right? So I was just like, okay, I'm gonna give him a shot. He's also been consistent, always been polite. And like, this is just a little background, right? In the story time. So, he asked me in my DMs, could he take me out on a date? And I said, okay, because I'm up for dating, right? I'm single. So, and I told myself, like, you know, I'm gonna go ahead and date. You know, I'm not gonna get to know anybody or relationship or nothing if I don't actually really give myself an opportunity to date. One, and I mean, I can only have so many friends with benefits before I don't have any more friends left, right? So, and that's just me telling the transparent truth of the casual situations that I've been in a few years. So anyway, so he's talking all these things about you wanting to be with me and stuff. I'm talking about we really vibing real cool, you know, for like a good 2 weeks or whatever. Cause like I say, he's always cool, always like kind and stuff, always in the DM, good morning or leaving a message of something like that I post, you know, leaving a reply or something to something that I posted. So we're supposed to go. We made plans to go out this past weekend. And it's crazy because sometimes people They express they want to be with you. And I do this too. I've been guilty of this. Wanting to be with you. This cookie is bothering me. Here we go. They express wanting to be with you. And they don't know you, at all. And that's cool. But you're interested in me, right? So I said, oh, also this guy is younger than me. Okay. So it's on some like 10 years, So that was another thing. The very first time he tried to talk to me, I'm like, bro, you were too young. And I'm like, he's the same distant in age, right? We're the same age gap, but he's just older than he was when he first started trying to talk to me. And people do grow and change and stuff like that. So it was just cool. I just wasn't interested. I had other things going on then and stuff like that. I didn't feel like he wasn't attractive. And I didn't feel like, he wasn't cool. You know what I'm saying? He was a musician and all these things. So he was a cool dude, as far as like knowing him as how I know him, right? We did some gigs and stuff together and stuff like that in that community. So that was cool. So back to, he asked me to take me on a date. I said, sure, And then, my birthday's coming up and I kind of wanted a date, for that too. So I had invited him to that as well. Usually I was just like, you got to find you an accommodation or something like that. But you can come, you can be my date and stuff. But I'm not, at that time, it was like, I'm not comfortable with the whole staying in the room with me because we're getting to know. We don't know yet, right? So he said, cool. He figured it out. So he did. I said, all right. Bet. But we got to go on our actual like first date first. Like we're not about to do first date on my birthday. So this weekend I was supposed to go to LA on Saturday. I went to LA on Friday because I wanted to go help my friend Jasmine or whatever. She had hurt herself and needed some assistance. So I couldn't go to the other days before. So I was like, well, I'll come down Friday because I got to be there at the family service, as y'all see me at the family funeral and stuff like that. So I told him that I would stop by and like give him a hug, just to greet him, That was really the plan, was to stop by to greet him. Probably chop it up for about 10-20 minutes, something like that, Maybe have like a little shot if he got a little shot or something like that. But I was going to be doing something else. Our date was for Saturday after the service and all that stuff with my people, because that was my original day to really be there. Friday was not, remember. Friday was for my friend, for my homegirl, right? That's why I came early for my homegirl. And just to get some other little things, whatever else I can get done. So that happens. I go out there, I see my family, wait for my homegirl and all that. And so I'm on my way to my homegirl, so I did what I said. This is really good, y'all. I want this out of here. I don't even need this spoon no more. So I stopped by to pull up, right? First of all, I'm not the pull up type of lady, right? I'm not pulling up like, unless you're like really my like legit homeboy or like my actual friend. I'm pulling up to see what's up with you, to kick it with you, probably, do some herb or whatever like that, right? So smoke some herb or whatever, right? So just that's what I do when I go to LA. I stop by, see my people. So I was just like, I'm gonna pull up on him because we've been talking, we've been vibing and stuff like that. So let me, just see what he want to do for a minute. It's like, okay, cool. So he comes outside, boom, we get in the car, we chop it up, we give a little hug, stuff like that. And he has a bottle, he wants to give him another bottle, right? So I said, okay, cool, we can go to the store real quick and go do that store down the street. So we get to the store, he get a bottle, and he sees some of his friends and stuff like that. So, chopping up with them. This is gonna make sense for the story, okay? He chopping up with them, stuff like that, and everything is, all easy peasy, whatever. Get in the car, boom, we go back and we park it, right? Because mind you, this is not a plan. This is impromptu as hell, right? So, but it was an intention, right? Because I did talk to him. I was like, well, I will just pull up on you. It's not a date. It's not the day for a date. It's not your time, right? So remember, that's not your time. That's gonna be the thing here. So this is gonna make sense for the story, okay? He chopping up with them, stuff like that. So, you know, he chopping up with them, stuff like that, and everything is, all easy peasy, whatever. Get in the car, boom, we go back and we park it, right? Because mind you, this is not a plan. This is impromptu as hell, right? So, but it was an intention, right? Because I did talk to him. I was like, well, I will just pull up on you. It's not a date. It's not the day for a date. It's not your time, right? So remember, that's not your time. That's gonna be the thing here. So we come back and then we go and we park up somewhere, right? So we just park up a little bit and whatever, and we just, you know, doing our thing. We kicking it, we talking, we vibing in the car, listening to music, you know, whole shebang. Then he can't find his keys. So it's like, I don't really recall him coming out with the keys, but we looking for him because I could be tripping, right? So comes out with the keys. I mean, we can't find the keys, so then, oh, this is so good, y'all. It's really warming me up. So I said, maybe you left him in the house because you didn't have keys when you came to the car, but you definitely had your phone. As a matter of fact, where's your phone? I call his phone not ringing. I'm like, okay, maybe your phone is where your keys is, but it don't make no sense because the keys never came outside. But he was on the phone with me when he came out, so he has to have a phone. So my phone keeps saying it's run out of space, but we gonna keep going. So I drop him, I go pull up back up to the house for him to see, get his keys, for him to get the shot is kicking in, the toddy is getting naughty. I mean, the hot chocolate is getting naughty, okay? Anyway, the keys was in the house. So we come back out and it was like, well, let's go find your phone. I call the phone, you know, no answer. So we go back to the store. The people at the store say no phone. However, at the store was my best friend. She lives in the same area, right? So, and it's funny because I was like, I was gonna call her while I was over there, but I happened to see her. So she was like, hey, what y'all doing? It was like, okay, well, y'all ain't gotta like be chilling in the car or whatever. Y'all can come to the house. Now, mind you, my whole intention is to pull up, chill in the car for a second, talk to you for a little bit. Probably, you know, we wanted to have a little drink or something like that, whatever, but you know, and blow some herb or whatever, right? And chit chat and vibe like we was doing before we realized the keys was missing. So I told my best friend, I said, okay, we're gonna pull up over there to your house after we find his stuff. So I told him to look for the locator, and Sue was like, okay, when we gotta go back to the house again. Now mind you, I'm driving around, me, not him. So he go into the house to get his laptop. In the meantime, something's telling me to keep calling his phone. I call his phone, somebody answer it. I'm like, all right, bet. He was like, yeah, I found your phone outside the store. I said, okay. Now, mind you, he's seen his friends, he got excited. Maybe the phone fell out of his pocket, he didn't hear it. That stuff happens, right? So I also think he was a little bit nervous because, you know, big Missy. And that's the Missy effect, okay? I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes it really happens like that. Sometimes people are trying to impress you and stuff like that. But it was fine. It was okay. Like, things happen, right? So people lose their phone all the time. We lose keys. We lose things all the time. So that wasn't really a problem. It was just like, let's find it. So we meet up with this person at the store who found the phone. We get the phone back. Boom, we go to my best friend's house. All right, so we sitting there, we chopping it up with my bestie. Okay, she giving us the current tea of the day of her life with her baby daddy, you know what I'm saying, and what was going on, whatever drama she had going on. We were talking with her with that. Me and him chilling. I'm booed up, I'm hugged up and all affectionate, you know what I'm saying, up on him, you know, sitting all on his lap and stuff like that. We taking shots and rolling up stuff, and we doing our thing. We being grown. My bestie let her daughter have some company, you know, and so she went in to talk to her daughter, I guess, about something, and they had a little powwow, a little spat back and forth, right? So as I guess she went in there and she had checked her about something. I think she didn't finish doing something. I don't know what she had checked her. So I went in there and I was like, being the godmother, I was orchestrating that whole thing with her. So we was doing that, and then we came back out. We sat down, we talked for a little bit more time, and I guess she had something else she wanted to say to the daughter, and so she went back in there and told her daughter some more stuff, right? So I go in there to get her because I'm her best friend. I'm just being family. I'm just being family, right? And then, bro, in the living room, Crash Bandicoot, crashing out. You know, like, I'm about to go and whoop stuff like this. And I'm like, wait, come again? Now, I understood how that could be uncomfortable, right? With me, a lot of, they don't talk about this enough. Well, sometimes people do, but whatever the case is, when men release their control to a woman, getting in my car, rolling with me, going to my homegirl house, stuff like that, men get into situations like that. So I could understand him being uncomfortable. Like I was saying, I could understand him being uncomfortable. Seems like the camera's a little closer, but that's cool. I could understand him being uncomfortable in that type of scenario. So I wasn't really tripping like that, but I do recall coming out because I was drunk too. Okay, we were drinking. So I'm not gonna act like I wasn't drinking. I just don't keep up a certain type of behavior when I'm drinking. So I don't like, and I'm also traumatized from Silas's father. But what that's, y'all know that's another video. Anyway, so he was saying, like, you know, he lived down the street from my bestie, so he was like, I can go. I'm not about to do all this, or I'm not about to sit here and deal with this, or listen to this. Basically, I'm going home. I live down the street. And because he wanted to, like, I think he wanted a hug or something like that. He wanted me to sit back on his lap or something like that. And I was like, no, chill, because I'm like in a different mode. Like I had snapped out. It's like, well, we can get back in that mode when we chilling or something. Once again, it's not your date. This is not the date. This is not our date. This was not supposed to be a thing. I believe that when I seen my best friend, that was a divine intervention. I ain't gonna lie. So, he said he can leave. I said, well, go then. Goodbye. Bye. Bye, Lance. You know? And then I'm like, oh, wait, I think his keys are in my car. Right? But we were leaving anyway because I was going to my other friend house, my other homegirl house. That was the plan, was to always go over there and help Jazz because she had fallen, right? So she had hurt herself, I would say. She was doing good, but I told her I would come in. So, I go outside and then he's standing at my car. This is when shit gets real. I don't got time for this type of shit in my life. I just do not, okay? So, in my memory, the Rolodex of my memory, I go to my car because I'm gonna give him his keys or whatever, right? And he's standing in front of my front door. I mean, my driver's side door. And he's like, trying to talk to me, right? And I'm like, can you get out of the way so I can get in the car, right? And he's like, no, because I want to talk to you. Mind you, he's been expressing his feelings for me and how he wants to be with me. But sometimes when men are that passionate that soon, it scares me, right? But I was just like, you can't always be scared. Sometimes people just really like you. Some men are very affectionate. Some men are really loving. That's just how they get down. It's either all or nothing with some of these men, right? And then some of these men don't want to give you a damn thing. And then some people just want to have sex with you, which is another thing that is just something I had mentioned to him. So he's like, because it's almost over. The story time is about getting to the end, okay? So he says, I forget exactly his words, but I know that I was like, can you move out of the way so I can get in the car, so, you know what I'm saying, so we can go, we got stuff to do, come on, like, we don't got time for this, or whatever. And he was like, oh, no, but this was supposed to be about me and you, right? This night was supposed to be about me and you. I'm like, no, it's not. What are you talking about? We got a date tomorrow. We just supposed to be chilling real quick. And I was like, anyway, come on, let's go, because you left your bottle upstairs. He takes the bottle. He looks at me, looks at the bottle from what I can remember. Tells me that I don't give a fuck about that bottle. I want you. Takes the bottle and busts the bottle on the ground. That was it. It was over with for me right then and there. There's not anything that young man can say to me today. He can apologize or whatever, but like, can you take me on a date? No. Can we get closer? No. Can we be? Nope. Do not tolerate any volatile acts, okay? I can deal with a passionate drunk, okay? I can deal with somebody drunk that's speaking they truth and all that kind of stuff, because you know when people drink, they speak the truth. You see, I'm drinking, but I ain't drunk, but I got a little sippy sip. I went through this experience with my child's father, and I promised I would not tolerate that shit anymore. And I meant that every time somebody is drinking, and it's not the drinking, it is the behavior. It is the behavior of the person, not the act of them wanting to indulge in alcohol. That's not the problem, not for me. I know plenty of men that can handle their stuff, right? So if you can't handle your stuff, you got something going on more internally, then you got to check that at the gate, because Missy ain't here for it, you know. Then on top of that, I'm a bartender. Like, I'm a mixologist. I make drinks. So my whole job is to clock people's drinking all the time. So I can't ignore any of that. And it's also just inside of me. I get that skill and that gift from my grandmother, right? So can't tell me anything. I told that young man, I really did. I won't even say I spoke it into existence. I just got that much intuition, right? That I told him that bottle is quite possibly gonna mess this up for you if you drink, because I don't have it in me, like, because I've been thinking I've been tripping, like, you being too hard on people. No, I'm not. And then I was a little bit afraid when he did that, when he stood in front of my car and then he bust the bottle. It's like, I'm looking outside, it's just me and you out here. I don't see a car inside, okay? So I was like, nope. So I told that young man, okay, well, I went into my little, okay, well, come on, let's get in the car so I can take you home. You know, it was like, sometimes you get crazy, you want to run and flee from, sometimes you just calm down and be cool with that person. Okay, and when I calmed down, it was cool. He got in the car. I drove him back to his house. He got out the car and he said something to me, and I don't know what he asked me, but I said no. Okay, y'all, so like I was saying, I was like, no, nigga, and I pulled off, right? And I think he heard me loud and clear. I ain't talk to that man. I don't want to talk to that man. I blocked that man. Yeah, it even made me so much that it made me post. Like, I went, so after all of that, I had run out the house and all that stuff so quick. I left my coat and my purse at my best friend's house. So the next morning, maybe the next morning, so after that, I dropped him off and I was going to Jazzy's house. Jazzy done fell asleep. She ain't heard no phone ring or nothing. I'm just calling her. I'm just out in the streets, just like, oh my God. Now, mind you, I am being safe, guys. I was drinking and stuff, but I was not. I was driving cautiously. I promise you I was, and I wasn't trying to be going too far. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna go back to my mom's house. And then I was like, well, as a matter of fact, let me call O. See if O woke. He just happened to be woke, because he always working. My friend O, he's always working. Always working. So he was up, so I went over there and I could finally calm down. I was in a place where I was safe, you know what I mean? And I was gonna go back to my mom's house, but I didn't intend on being at my mom's, and I didn't want to go back to my mom's because all the kids were there, so I didn't feel like I wasn't intended to sleep there right that night. But I could always go to the lab, like, you know, Ori's kind of always. The church has a what is it called? Shelter. He has a shelter ministry, basically. And I'm not the only person that comes and stays over there and stuff like that. But when I used to always tell me, you come and tell me, see, you know, it's enough beds around in here. So that's what I did. And I stayed over there with him and I told him about it and stuff like that. And, you know, he's just like, you know, better you know now than to have gone on your birthday trip and all that stuff, and then that young man act like that out there. And I'm sitting up there too, and I'm just like, yeah, because like my family, when I be playing, like he be getting, like, it would be crazy, you know? And that's not to shade him or anything like that. It's just, I got big energy. My people love me so much so that it's a topic for another video. But that's the story time, y'all. That's what happened. And that's how I didn't go on my date this weekend, and how I don't have a birthday date. I had a birthday date. I was getting ready. I was about to see it. It was about to be called a datecation, okay? That's what it was called. But my life is not worth that. I will not be out there dealing with that on my birthday. I'm supposed to be happy. I'm already a happy lady. I'm one of them ladies where it's like, I don't need nobody disturbing my peace. I done made it to that. I'm doing things with my child. I got these other battles going on with him and dad that, you know, that I have going on internally, externally, and stuff like that. And I just don't have time for I don't have time for obsession. I don't have time for the not a person not trusting me. I don't have time for I have time for growth. I'm always have some time for growth, but not like certain kind of growth, okay? I'm gonna need you to come through. Now, I'm going to blame it on the alcohol with, you know, with that young man, but you do not get that bottle done it. That busted a bottle, that was it. If he ever wonders, if you ever see this video, sir, and you wonder what did it, what made me just really say nope, ain't no negotiating that, ain't no none of that. It was busting that bottle. I want to be with you. Boom. What? I don't want to be with nobody that don't want to be with me with that type of reaction. That means that if we go somewhere and I talk to some man some longer, it's like, you know, some narcissistic man, right? Or a narcissistic woman too. We all got a little bit of narcissism in us, a little bit of narcissist in us. I truly believe that. Everybody, especially if you live in America, it's just a fucking thing. But it only takes one time for that, because I really lost the whole thing that I was about to say, but it only takes one time to do something like that. I can't, that's volatile. You like me to the point that if you throw a bottle, you'll throw some hands, you'll butt break a window, you'll sock a wall, all of that. I don't got time to be thinking you're gonna sock me. I would never do that to you. You just showed me that you were that passionate. I think I just been hugging up on you and letting you kiss on my cheek and neck and kissing you a little bit and stuff and that. Y'all ain't even gave the man no pussy. We ain't even have sex. We ain't even have sex. So if that's how you acting for my attention and my time, when we ain't had sex and nothing like that yet, you think that I don't think that that will happen again? You think that I don't think that that would happen again? No. I put up and endure a lot of things from men. A lot of people will say that I don't know how you do it. Some of it just seems like basic, you know? But violence, I do not do. I have been through a host of things. I have been through sexual assault. I have been through physical things. I have been through feeling trapped, you know what I'm saying, with a man or in a situation, like all of that stuff. So I am not interested in that. I am too beautiful for that. I know I am. Nobody has to tell me anything. I don't care how somebody thinks somebody treated me. I probably was just in love or really into the person or something like that, but I am not no fool, no dummy, right? I'm not. So be careful, guys, with these men, and men gotta be careful with the women. It seems just like something that he needs to grow from and work on. You know, he's talked to me about drinking before and how he had to work on that and all those things, and it's like, you gonna need some more work. If you ask me, you're gonna need some more work, my nigga. You need some more work, my nigga. Okay? Because it's too soon for you to be doing that. But I should have known. No, I'm a person, somebody said that my one flaw is wanting to see the good in everybody. I'll take that, because I like seeing the good in people. I'm sorry, I just do. Like, I still don't feel like that man is an overall bad man. He's not for me. He's not for dating. He's not for me to be dating. You know, maybe we could work. Maybe we could make some music, but I don't even think so. But what we cannot do is drink together. Nope. I can't do it. We cannot drink together. I don't want to talk to you, kick you with your skate, with your nothing, with that bottle. Okay? Shout out to ATL. That's my favorite part. I don't want to, every time I don't want to mess with nobody no more. I'm like, I want to talk to you, kick you with your skate, with you nothing. Okay. But, yeah, man, I was looking forward to going on dates with that guy too. I was really looking forward to getting to know him a little bit better and stuff like that. But I don't need to know that. I know that's something I can't get past it. I can't even stop thinking about it. Then I didn't think that it had gave me that anxiety like that. I didn't think that it was like terror. And it might sound dramatic, but when you're going through something, you know, in your head, it is dramatic. I never want to deal with that again. My son's father did not. He was raging and tripping, but he didn't throw bottles and do stuff. But I do remember on my birthday, one birthday, I didn't spend with him. And that did it for him too. I think it's the man throwing things. I don't know. But he had took my clothes and like threw them all out the closet. And he showed them to me on FaceTime. This is me talking about my son's father. He showed them to me on FaceTime. And I was like, I'm in the club on my birthday, right? I'm calling him because I want to bring New Year's in with him on the phone, even though I was there. I was being sweet. I'm still in a relationship. I just chose to do something for my birthday. He didn't have nothing planned, and it was just, So, he called me and showed me all that. I said, who was picking up that stuff? Nope, that was it for me. I think I didn't go home for like 2 weeks. And then when I went home, it just wasn't the same. Eventually, you know, you guys see I'm here single today. So, like I said, that's for Confessions of a Single Mom. But there's a little snippet of some of the conversation. But my phone is running out of space again, y'all. And that's going to be it for this video. I hope y'all enjoyed the little things. You know, I hope you enjoyed this story time. My vlogging was kind of all over the place. I went through a lot this weekend, but y'all got the story of what happened. So thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure that you like, comment, share, and subscribe. Because if you ain't subscribed, then what you watching me for? Till next time, peace, love, blessings, and joy. Deuces. Say deuces. Y'all, this is good. Look at them. That's what's left. But I made it perfectly, honey. It just got just the right amount of that Celerosa.